Dr. King, Dr. Hill. I'm sorry. Yeah, if Dr. King comes up, we're gonna have some issues here. Dr. Hill, if you would please come up. And as you're coming, I'm going to kind of go over the history of this. I appreciate you being here tonight. The council is very interested in your input. You and I started this discussion a little over a year ago, as I recall, exploring how to proceed on a path to name a street to honor Dr. King. Immediately prior to your discussion, to you and mine's meeting, the city had another street name petition that was to change Central Avenue to Patriot Way. That was presented and strongly opposed by adjacent property owners. With those two considerations on the table and with no policy in place, the council decided a policy was needed to evaluate requests from that point forward. A committee was established by council with community representation, and after looking at policies across Central Texas area, a recommendation was made to the council and was adopted in August. Two locations attempted have been unsuccessful to date. The 2nd Avenue petition and the Alexander Davis petition. As I recall, Dr. King, when you and I first talked, Dr. Hill, when you and I first talked, we talked about perhaps naming 2nd Avenue from I-35 to Main Street, a street that had very few addresses on that street, so that it would be easier to achieve a satisfactory number of folks. But that was not where we decided to go. We decided 2nd Street from Main Street to from I-35 all the way to the city limits. One issue that has been raised has been about grandfathering your request, which was initially submitted before the adoption of policy. Another issue raised was the 70% affirmative property owner support threshold required by the policy, as well as the counting of no response of a property owner as a no vote to determine owner support. As I said, we welcome your input. We seek to find a satisfactory resolution to this matter. It may take more work by the staff after hearing your comments tonight and comments by council members tonight. We would like to have anybody speak that wants to speak on this matter. I understand that you're a spokesman for the group, sir.
No, sir. Tonight we have others.
Okay. I would ask we welcome anybody that wants to speak. I would ask that you, when you come to the podium, you give your name and address for the record and keep your comments to around 3 minutes, if you could, please. If indeed you agree with what somebody else has said and you're going to say the same thing over and over, repetition does not enhance the validity of an issue. If you want to stand up and say, I agree with what she said, or I agree with what he said, that will be fine. And we will count you as a proponent of the items put forward. So, with that in mind, Dr. Hill.